It's frustrating to be on that blank sheet of paper. You hit a wall and you just don't know what to do. Just give you some ideas, and for a fraction of time and a fraction of the cost. We've all been there before where we're trying to come up with a new idea, whether it's a new marketing campaign or you're stuck on an email or you're trying to complete some kind of writing assignment for a class and you just don't know how to get started. There's a blank screen in front of you and you're stuck, and you're stuck there for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is. Well, what would you give to get past that blank screen? I mean, this is where AI can help tremendously. It can generate ideas in a fraction of a second and give you dozens and dozens of ideas instantly that help you spark new ideas. Let me show you how. So, whether you're in business, you're in education, or in your personal life, there are those moments you need ideas to be generated, but you're stuck. You have that blank sheet of paper in front of you or the blank screen in front of you, and you need to figure out how to get past it. Let me show you some ways that are very, very easy that AI can actually help you get past that blank screen. So, for this first one, I'm gonna imagine that I am a small business owner and I am trying to figure out a new marketing campaign for selling eggs. Eggs, that's it. Nothing special, but I'm trying to figure out some novel ways to do it. And I've been trying for 30, 40 minutes. I can't even get started. That's where AI can come in handy. And the prompt, again, doesn't have to be a phenomenal prompt. Don't worry about writing the best prompt in the world, but you can write a prompt that's going to be adequate and get you closer to that end game. So I wrote the prompt and I'm trying to sell eggs. I want to reach new customers and I'm looking for ideas or how to address this market with some novel kind of methods or some use cases. Let's see what happens. All right, so I'm going to go through this with you just real quickly, but that was my prompt and it's giving me some different ideas here. Health conscious, consumers, organic, plant-based egg alternatives, the food service and hospitality industries. And you see here, I think I've gotten, it's probably close to 25 different ideas that might be helpful. And again, I can take any one of these and say, highlight it where it says Ask ChatGPT. I click on that and I'll say, tell me more. And now all of a sudden, I can dig deeper, more deeply into that particular idea. I can do it for one idea or multiple ideas. Again, what am I doing? I'm using my resources to get past that blank screen and get closer to that end product that I want, which, by the way, I have to actually create. All right, so let's assume for a second that you are an educator and you are trying to create an essay question that's going to help your students really blend both current events, but then also history that you've been teaching them recently. So let me write that question real quick and let's see how chat can help us out. All right, so I want 3 essay questions and I'm asking for 3. That just gives me more to choose from. I only really want 1, but I'm gonna ask for 3. And so you can be greedy with ChatGPT, don't worry about that. And I want the students to look at the history of the free market in the USA and then compare that with what they see today in the news. That's it. But it's going to help them kind of look at the history and not just regurgitate, but then compare with what they actually see in the news. And they can take it both a positive or a negative way. It's just about them learning how to express themselves. And so you saw how quickly it is able to do that. First question, how has the evolution of the free market in the USA influenced economic inequality? And how do today's news reports reflect the successes or failures of these historical market principles? All right, that's a pretty good one. Number 2, government interventions historically shaped free market in the US, and then how do the recent news stories of regulation or deregulation illustrate this? All right. Compare the original ideas of the free US market system. All right. So those are all right. But I'm going to say that was kind of what I was going for. Okay. Now all of a sudden I've got something better. So again, the first prompt wasn't that good. I got kind of close, and now I'm going to get closer with a better second follow-up prompt. So deregulation of the US free markets in relation to the 2023 banking crisis. That's pretty good. Number two, big tech and markets in the US with Google, Amazon, and Meta. That's a great one. And then also you have inflation and supply chain questions in that third question. Those are all three pretty good. I could use any one of them just depending on what I think is going to be good. Again, got that question. I got both responses in less than a second, and it's going to help me get past that blank sheet of paper. What I loved about both of these examples is they're both very, very practical. The first is helping you figure out a new marketing strategy to reach a new market for eggs. That's awesome. It involves not just ideas, but then how to execute. And you can use AI to help brainstorm new ideas from scratch. Or if you have your own ideas, you can throw those out there as well and have AI help you develop those. And in the second one, in the education sphere, this happens all the time where you're trying to come up with novel ways to reach those students. And here's one way to do that. And any way you can craft that question that can help the students think more deeply, that's a win for you as an educator. Try to do these things with AI and play around with it so you can get past that blank screen, spend less time, and then more time developing what you're trying to do. Share this with a friend or someone who might need it. Take care.